Hello, my name is Gordon Klingenschmitt. I'm running for office for Colorado State Legislature, House District 15. And I want to encourage you that I believe your vote is a sacred trust. And you can only give one vote to one candidate in this primary. So I want to treat this like a job interview. Now take a minute and think about it. If I was applying for a job, and I'm applying for your vote, and I want you to hire me. Why would you hire me instead of these other candidates who may be in the primary against me? I'm going to give you a few reasons, and I want you to, maybe you'll run into them. You can ask them a few of these questions if they have these kind of qualifications. Number one, I'm a proven leader. I graduated from the U.S. Air Force Academy in the top 20% of my admitting class with a degree in political science. I know politics. I've studied it. I've also earned my PhD in theology. As a Christian chaplain, I'll tell you a little bit about my story, but I've served our country. Ask the other candidates if they're a 20-year military veteran. I served in both the Air Force and the Navy. I was honorably discharged a few years ago, but I used to work just down the street here at United States Space Command, right inside Building 1. I volunteered to become a Navy chaplain because I wanted to follow God's call on my life. I felt a special calling to that ministry, and so I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was deployed, and I know many of you families understand what it's like to have a loved one serve overseas. Serving in combat aboard USS Anzio, my programs as a chaplain won many awards, including Best in the Navy. But then I was forced to defend the Constitution. When I swore that oath to defend the Constitution against its foreign and domestic enemies, I took it very seriously. And when the Secretary of the Navy began censoring the prayers of the chaplains, saying, "Oh, you can't pray in Jesus' name," I took a stand. And my stand actually cost my career. But the good news is I was vindicated by the United States Congress. And I helped change the law to defend the First Amendment of the Constitution, to restore freedom, not for myself, because that was very costly to me, but I restored freedom for all those other chaplains and people of all faiths. I defended my Jewish sailor, my Muslim sailor. We even had atheists come and teach my Bible study. So I had a 20-year military career. I think it was a success. But I'm not just limited to that experience. Did you know I'm also a business leader? For the last 6 years, I've led, in fact, I've successfully led 2 corporations that I created. I have a nonprofit charity that I created, and I'm a man of compassion. I care about you and your family, and by the way, you can see that by some of the service that we've done through our charity. Last year, I built an orphanage for 94 kids. We've raised money for the Black Forest fire victims right here in Colorado and the Boulder flood victims. We've raised money for the Haiti earthquake victims and for widows and orphans and mental health victims of sexual abuse. By the way, I'm not just a business leader, but I have an MBA. Ask the other candidates if their qualifications for advocating for your business, for your financial freedom, your independence as a business owner. I've met payroll. I've had people work for me. I understand what it means to care not just for my own family, but for many people. And I'm also a patent applicant. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. I don't think the other candidates are able to say that necessarily. But I not only defend, of course, the First Amendment, not only a business leader, an entrepreneur, I believe in lower taxes, smaller government, less bureaucracy, give you the freedom. By the way, I'm a strong supporter of Tabor. The freedom to spend your own money instead of sending it up to Denver, where the Democrats and the bureaucrats are spending it hand over fist on their pet projects. No, I want to give it back to your family. You know, not only am I a business leader, but I've defended not only the First Amendment, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, but also the Second Amendment. When I was 16 years old, I earned my NRA Distinguished Expert Marksman badge. And that was back in the day when they taught guns in school as part of the curricula. And since then, I've defended the Second Amendment. I will not compromise on gun rights. I was out there block walking for the recent recall election. I was gathering petitions door to door. I was working the phone banks. I was donating. I was putting my heart and soul into the, and thank God we got rid of the Senate President John Morse. And now I want to go to Denver to repeal those bad gun-grabbing laws that they enacted last year. Not only do I defend your Second Amendment rights, but I'm pro-life. And any candidate can say they're pro-life, but I've been a leader in the pro-life movement. I've helped mobilize petition campaigns in 5 states, including Colorado. We've informed thousands of pastors through my network and through my organization to stand for the personhood of the unborn. I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in exceptions because it's personal to me. I was adopted when I was 3 years old. I support single moms and I support adoptive families. And that brings me to education. I believe and I support your right for school choice. That's a fundamental right as a parent, to have local control of your kids. Public school vouchers, private school vouchers, homeschool, not these common core standards that are coming from Washington, D.C. And I'm not going to compromise on your right to raise your children the way that you believe you should. I've been a faithful husband for 22 years to the only wife of my youth, the only woman in my life. And I'm sure we'll be married another 50 years, right? But I care about family. Family is important to me, and your family is important to me. And I'm asking for your vote. I'm asking for your vote, and I'm asking you to hire me for this job because, yes, these other guys, they're young, they're full of vinegar, they have their ideas about the way things ought to be, but I'm experienced. And I believe I'm the most qualified person for this job. Would you stand with me? Would you caucus with me? Would you vote with me? Especially on March 4th, I need you to run for delegate, and March 29th, I need you to stand with me in the County Assembly. Gordon Klingenschmitt is my name. That's a hard name to forget. Please visit our website, gordonforcolorado.com. And on that website, there's 3 ways that you can get involved. I want you to first subscribe to our emails and then volunteer. Maybe just host a coffee or put a yard sign. And then we need your donations. I cannot run this campaign without your support. I'm not a wealthy man. But I pray that you will stand with me in every way that you feel led, that you can possibly contribute, because this is a team effort. We're going to take back Denver, we're going to take back the State House, and we're going to establish individual liberty and freedom. I stand for freedom, and I will fight for you. My name is Gordon Klingenschmitt, and I'm asking for your vote. God bless you.